Hey, live! So, I am finally back with our fourth Tea Talks. Yes, it took us some time to, get it popping or whatever because technical difficulties and just having different stuff come up. And plus, the holidays were here. I hope everybody had a amazing Christmas with their families. And without further ado, we are going to get into this Tea Talks today. And, the series for today is called, not the series. The Tea Talks for today is called, a series of unfortunate events, school edition. And it is featuring Jalea. All right. What's the rest? PYT.
Not Leah. Liy. And 4 H's. A-H-H-H.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is our fourth live Tea Talks topic for today. And we will, hold on, I'm trying to pin this, you guys. I always have a problem with trying to pin it. Always. Oh, I'm sorry. I always have a problem with trying to pin it. Like, it never want to work. Like, okay, whatever. Okay. So without further ado, we are going to get into this Tea Talks. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to, All right, there we go. So we are in my car and we work together, as you guys can see. Yep. But today, the Tea Talks is all about the series of unfortunate events in school, in the schoolhouse. And the reason why I chose Jalea to be a part of this is because she is in high school right now, and I'm in college, so we can both talk about it from that aspect. We can also talk about it from, past experiences and things like that. But pretty much this series is talking about, the drama, the time management, the stress, the homework load, getting into college preparation, those fake friends you have to deal with, those heartbreaks you have to deal with. So, what better person than to have up here than my little sister to help me discuss it and talk about it. So, let's just start with basic definitions of things. So, the first definition I'm going to do is bullying and what bully is. So, it says, bully is a verb and is used superior strength or influence to intimidate someone, typically to force him or her to do what one wants. Okay, so y'all probably saw my last Tea Talks that I had with Kai Capri up here, and we discussed bullying and how that one was how to get your confidence back. So that kind of plays a role into this one as well, because bullying is something that's big, that's very big right now in this generation and has been for a while. Name calling. I feel like, personally, I was having a conversation last night with my brother, and I was like, I feel like when people roast people or flame people, that is a low-key way of bullying somebody. I don't care what anybody says. Like, that's my opinion, though. I feel like that's a form of bullying, because people always say when you're mad and say stuff, that's how you really feel. But if you're being aggressive and down talking to someone, then that's bullying. I've dealt with bullying, like I stated on the last Tea Talks, and it was pretty rough. I was new to Durham because I'm from Winston-Salem, and I was here in my middle school days, and I got bullied. And I didn't even know anybody up here. And I got so many times it was, oh, you have a deep voice. Oh, you sound like a dude, like the whole nine, whatever, like just over petty stuff, like just stuff that you'll be like, really, like, okay, because dude still, wanted the kid, but that's besides the point. But I was like, really, like, and it was a lot to deal with coming into a new place and not knowing anybody. So then it made me feel like an outcast. I felt alone, the whole nine. Then to go on to high school and you have those fake friends. So now it's people not looking at it as bullying, but more so as you got people that's always talking about you, always saying this and that to somebody else. And it's just the nitpicking. It's just childish to me. So I've never been one to bully somebody, but once I did find my voice, I did start standing up for myself. And then it became you run your mouth a lot. No, I'm just not going to let anybody disrespect me. That's what I would say. But I'm going to let Jalea tell her take on what bullying is, and if she's ever experienced it, or if she ever seen it and what she did. So
I'd have to agree with everything she said. My experience was a little bit different. I went to private schools, all elementary, middle school, and then I moved to Chapel Hill where I started middle school and high school. There, it was a whole different environment to what I was used to. My first year there, me and my sister got bullied really bad. They called us the Rat Twins. And then from there, it was just always something after that. I wasn't really the type to speak up for myself at the time because I just was shy back then. But once getting encouraged by my mom and dad and them being there for me and supporting me and all that type of stuff, coming to the school and trying to figure things out, I started realizing I can stand up for myself. And eventually I did, and it was taken as I was being rude and I was being mean or I was instigating it as well. But to be honest, I was just speaking up for myself, and it did carry on. It got better. Freshman year was okay. Sophomore year, it was the biggest change of all time. I'd have to say I had a problem with an upperclassman, and that led to certain events that I'm not proud of. I did ended up getting in 2 fights that year, dealing with bullies, and the second one I did get jumped. So dealing with that kind of changed my whole perspective on a lot of things that, you can't let people push you to certain points that you don't know how to control it. But at the same time, don't let people push you around or stand up for yourself. And I had to learn that, and got me to where I am now. So
Okay, so I'm just gonna hit on some things that Jalea said with jumping, because I know that that's a new thing that people like to do too. It was very cool and hip, and when I was back in high school, not saying that I'm that old, I'm not, but I never understood jumping. Like if you have a problem with somebody, that's your problem.
exactly.
Not your friend's problem. I really hate that in high school, whatever age that you're in, to where it's she doesn't like me, so I'm going to tell my friend not to like her and not to talk to her. Granted, there's loyalty and then there's just being petty. You can't, if somebody that you dislike was already cool with one of your friends, you can't just all of a sudden, I don't want you to be around them. I don't want you to talk to them. That's childish. That's childish. But I understand the loyalty aspect of, if we're friends and you're not their friend and we have an altercation, then I would feel more comfortable knowing that my friend is not going to sit and engage with somebody who I had an altercation with.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be a beef. That's like Jalea fighting somebody. I'm not going to go be friends with that person, but it don't mean that when I see them, I'm going to screw face them or talk about them, because that was never my problem. So I just feel like people aren't mature. And y'all hear that she's in high school, I'm in college. I still deal with the same stuff that she dealing with in high school, because you would think, you're in college, the mentality is better, the maturity level is more higher up there. No, they still act like little kids. I don't understand. If you don't like somebody, then don't say nothing at all. It's literally the easiest, simple, golden rule that everybody teaches you, everybody collectively in kindergarten. Treat people how you want to be treated. If you don't like somebody, don't say nothing. It's that simple. Like this. Mind your business. It's that simple. Just mind your business. So I never thought jumping was cool. That's the lamest thing that anybody could ever do, is jump somebody. Come on now. Obviously you felt like you were going to lose, so you felt like you had to jump somebody. That's lame. It's just little immature, lame stuff. Why would you jump somebody? Why? I've never been jumped. I've been threatened to be jumped. Never happened. And then, I fought too. Like she said, I fought twice while I was in high school. One was outside of high school. Somebody disrespected my mother in front of me, so we fought. And the other person, we fought, and I was supposed to fight her friend, but her friend sent somebody else in her place. So then we ended up fighting. And so I never understood that. My friends will never fight my battles for me. It don't matter how old I am. I can speak up for myself. I can say what I need to say for myself. I don't need anybody to do that for me. So that's another thing. Find your voice. You don't have to interrogate and antagonize people to get an issue resolved. That's another thing. stop always having them friends that want you to be hype and boost your mentality to go fight. A real friend wouldn't want to see their friend fighting and get them in trouble and they be suspended for 10 days and be out of school, which messes up everything school-wise, grade-wise. Those are not real friends. Those are people that are instigating and they don't want to see you succeed, obviously. So you need to drop them, and then whoever the person is, go talk to them one-on-one. I was never one to try to make a scene in front of my friends. I don't need a crowd. I don't need anybody with me, standing with me. If there's an issue between me and you, we can talk about that and work it out. It doesn't have to be a fight or argument. But once people try to get up there and try to run over you, then that's a different story. But always try to come and fix situations with a positive mindset. Why go talk to somebody and have an attitude? Most girls, 9 times out of 10, if you have an attitude and you try to approach somebody else and discuss something with them and they can see and feel an attitude vibe off of you, they're going to have an attitude. It's all about the way you approach people. Like I tell people all the time, it's not the way I can't get the saying right, but it's the way you talk and say something. Like, it's not necessarily what you're saying, it's how you say it. Like, hey, let's talk, da da da, or hey, let's talk. Like, it's a different tone, it's a different mood, it's a different vibe. You have to approach people and be mature about stuff. In 2019, we're working on being mature, being true to what we say the first time. I've been saying a lot of saying no, how to say no to people, and really standing firm on that, because saying no doesn't mean that you don't support somebody or you don't love somebody or you're not trying to be there for somebody. Saying no can sometimes just mean that you're not gonna pour out all your energy and yourself into something that really doesn't have anything to do with you or that's going to drain you. So that's what I had to say on the, little jumping piece, and I went on the tangent, but it's okay. We're gonna bring it back. So now we're gonna discuss drama. And drama is, the second definition for drama is an exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances, which is where I got my title, A Series of Unfortunate Events, on here, because drama is something that you never know where it's going to come from. Half the time, you don't know where it came from, why it came up, or what the issue at hand really is. Drama, to me, is that nitpicking, that he said, she said, they said, and no one ever knows the facts. That's what drama is to me. You never know the facts. So it's like you're mad and you got beef, and when you see somebody is tense and all this emotions and everything's everywhere, but nobody really knows why anybody is mad. Like, and when it's what's the issue? You can never tell the issue because there was never a issue to begin with. So you have to be careful and mindful of those people that instigate things, that say stuff and start rumors. Rumors is big and plays into drama so heavily, because you know how much stuff I heard about myself in high school? Like, that I did this with that person, I did that with that person, and didn't even know who these people were. Exactly. So people are going to talk about you until the day you die, okay? Good or bad, happy or sad, no matter what you're doing. So don't feed into the negativity. Like, that's my take on it, but I'm gonna let Jalea say what she has to say about drama.
I think it's hard, especially being a female and in school. Girls like to feed into drama because being a female, especially in high school, if something comes up where it's like you and another person, you're looked on differently than a guy would be. And so drama, I feel, it never really ends. They're like, you have those mediations at school and you have those little groups and where you can talk it out and things like that, but it's never gonna end. So I think drama is really petty. It's just something to keep hype in throughout the school, or have something through the grapevine to hear and things like that. But to be honest, you're killing another person's appearance or how other people look at them, because they're so used to hearing what other people said versus then getting to really know a person. I think it doesn't have to be just in school. It could be at work or at other places that you go to. And drama is just, to be honest, you gotta find a way to get around it, or not let it get to you to the point that you also feed into it, and that can also make you look bad as well.
I definitely agree with what she said about the appearance part. I feel like middle school, not really, no, not really more middle school, but middle school is when you're learning yourself. That's when you're actually getting the harder homework. You're starting to find yourself. Puberty is hitting, so it's all these different things you're learning about yourself. Cool, great, dandy. My tips for middle schoolers is to stay focused and be happy, be positive, and find the correct friends to be around. Y'all really don't have anything to worry and stress about yet. So live and have fun in those moments. Our generation is so grown and fast in the ass, it's sickening. I would kill my little sister for half of the stuff that y'all be doing. I don't understand. Middle schoolers shouldn't be having kids, shouldn't be having sex, shouldn't be doing none of that. And that's not the talk.
Thinking about it.
That's not talking down on people that have had kids and have done things, because that's your personal thing. But my personal opinion is I would kill one of my siblings if they were to be doing that. You're too young in middle school. Your thoughts need to be on what you still want to be in life, studying, trying to better yourself, and finding good positive friends to be around you, playing sports, being active, like not to be doing all this extra unnecessary grown up things. Everybody wants to be grown until you end up pregnant or you actually become an adult and then you're wishing to be a kid again.
Exactly.
So in middle school, I just feel like that's the time and age you need to be focused on yourself and having good friends and just being happy with life and who you are and pushing yourself and excelling yourself in grade wise, because that's when you can try different things in school, and if you fail, you can learn and get better at it and get up. High school is more so where you're really developing who you are. That's when those real bonds actually start to form. That's when you really start to know who you are and you're going to face some challenges. We're going to talk about heartbreak next. Heartbreak is heartbreak. Everybody has been through it, and if they haven't been through it, it's going to happen one day in their life. It's inevitable to just pass up. Nobody can ever say, oh, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life and never feel this. You're going to feel some type of emotion towards somebody, to where somebody is going to hurt you, whether it be a heartbreak or somebody just hurting your feelings. You can't accept that it happened. Have somebody to talk to and go and talk to. I have friends, I have mentors that I go and I can have those real conversations with when I'm hurt, when I'm down, that can pick me back up. Have those genuine people around that don't want to just sit and listen to your story to go spill back to others, but to actually sit, listen, and want to help you and want to see you succeed. So that's how I feel about high school, because high school is when you really get up there and you get your heart broken. Middle school, it'd be like little petty stuff. You might be hurt for a little while, but then you're back doing petty stuff because you're still in middle school. But high school is like when it really, those attachments become more dangerous than people understand. People think that saying that those 3 words, I love you, that's an attachment. That's a bond. That's something that you would think in your head is going to be forever, is unbreakable. And at the time, y'all, we're not ready to be in love with somebody. We don't even know how to love ourselves.
Exactly.
Like, heartbreak and loving yourself go hand in hand. Everybody gets hurt and ends up hurt and having a heartbreak because you don't love yourself. You can't go and love somebody else and you don't even know how to reciprocate that energy back onto you.
Exactly.
That's why a whole bunch of people get hurt, because you really don't know what love really is. And I still feel like I don't know what real love is. People in college think that you know what real love is. Y'all be in relationships and swear up and down. You don't know what love is. Love is not something that's just sexual, physical, appearance on the outside. Your looks will go away. You will get old and you have to sit there and look the person that you married 20, 80 years later, after y'all done not 20 years old no more, not 24, when y'all both 86, sitting in rocking chairs, and you have to still have that bond, that connection, that intellectual type spiritual bond with somebody to be like, oh, I love you. Because this lustfulness that we have in this generation, want to call it love, that's why everybody get their heart broken. That's why everybody end up wanting to be a savage. A savage for what? if you really sit and think about it, how my mentor told me the other day when we were having a conversation, you have to take responsibility for everything that you do. You play a role in when you get heartbroken because you saw the signs. God will send you signs. You sit down and pray to God, you will get signs. You choose to ignore them. You choose to do what you want to do. That's how heartbreak comes. You might not be the full-fledged reason why it happened. If somebody cheats on you, then they cheat on you. But if people are telling you, and it's people that really care about you, and you're not hearing it from just one person, but it's everybody telling you, 9 times out of 10, you should listen. So, heartbreaks for me, I got my heart broken twice, became depressed, was suicidal, but I had been suicidal since middle school because of the bullying and stuff. Like, I'm a person where I get to a point where I get fed up. I don't like to talk. And for people to think that they know me and try to paint me as this bad person all the time, because me and one of my other little sisters talk about that all the time. Like, people try to paint me as a bad person all the time, but I got bullied. I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to be here. Like, so when I am the way... why I am the way I am now, to where I'm so outspoken and people like, oh, she just run her mouth. No, now I'm just not going to tolerate anybody doing anything to me. I'm not going to allow anybody to hurt me without me at least expressing that it hurt my feelings. Yeah. It's not that I'm emotional. It's not that I'm a crybaby. It's that you hurt me. And people have to realize, and you have to accept that and say it out loud and say it to the world and let people know, this hurt me. This is how I felt about it. If not, you will become depressed. It's so many people in high school that want to take themselves out and kill themselves because of bullying, because of heartbreak, because of somebody saying something about them. Like, people don't understand that what you say out your mouth can never be taken back. So now what I'm working on for 2019, a tip for y'all. Whenever I get upset, I literally will stop and count to 5 before I talk. Because I don't want to say anything I can't take back that's going to be out there in the universe. Because people fail to realize that karma in the universe is a circle. It comes full flesh back. Whether you believe in karma, whether you believe in a God, whether you believe in spirits, it all comes back full flesh, full blown circle. So what you put out is what you're going to get back. It might not happen right away, but it's going to happen. It will. So, I'm going to let Jalea speak on heartbreak.
So,
and all of that.
Going back a little further back to middle school and making the right friends, I would say that I learned to move around in a sense. Go talk to the white kids you don't want to talk to. Go make connections with the Asian kids that you think are weird. Because in the long run, if you look back on it, I look back on it now. And when I'm in school, I noticed that... Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I guess sorry. Okay, but I noticed that when all those things were happening, I had people, those connections I had built in middle school, still like, hey, Jalea, like, how are you? Like, people I could fall back on, hey, you want to hang out? Or like, hey, I can sit and talk to you. Or like let's talk. We can figure this out, you know? And having those connections and those friendships and those bonds with people that aren't like you or don't come from the same background as you really will take you further. And like this year I'm doing so much better because I have those connections and I have those friends I can go to when I need to. And it's also good for school because it's a challenge, especially when they're doing a little bit better than you in school wise. You can study with them. You can, build that, like, that mentality. I gotta do this, gotta do that, or figure out how to, build yourself back up. And then going to heartbreak, I'm young, and so I will say I think I was in love. Like, I don't really know. But I know I really had true feelings for this person. And dealing with them just kind of made me just numb to a lot of things because, they cheat on you, but they cheat on you, they lie to you, and they just treat you like nothing. But you look back on it and it's like, wow, like I really did all of that for this person. And what did it get me? Like, now I'm hurt. I can't even go test somebody out or, like, go on a date because I'm like, no, he's just going to be like this. And it shouldn't be that way because we're young. We're still in high school. We shouldn't be worried about, like, having to be lied to or cheated on. We should be going on dates and, building relationships with people. And I will say heartbreak does also build you up, because you know the signs, you know what you want, you know what you like and what not to get into. And for me, I think it, built me up, and I'm still going through things with people. And sometimes it's like, wow, I would, like the adults say, I wish I would have never got involved with these type of people. But, it did build me up, and I think it's good to have, like, many relationships. You can see what type of characters you face, and what type of styles and guys you like and what you don't like, because it will build you up. But I think now, like, go live your life. Don't revolve around a dude. We're supposed to be getting ready for college. It shouldn't be, well, I'm gonna go to school he wants to go to. No, it should just be, we're cool, we're dating, we're going on dates, we're having our fun. Don't make it all about sex either. I do not like that. It shouldn't be about that. We're in high school. You shouldn't be the only thing in your mind, especially in you guys. It should not only be about sex.
STDs are real.
They are.
Okay.
They are. I tell guys, when you have a daughter, do you want a guy to treat her how you treat me? That gets him every time. Every time. But yeah, that's my thing.
And what I was gonna say to piggyback off of heartbreak is and how I was talking about the karma and stuff, vengeance.
Yeah.
A lot of people in high school tend to want revenge and tend to want to get back at people.
Shouldn't be that way.
You shouldn't want to put so much energy in
Negative.
proving somebody to them that you don't like them, or some negativity, when you could do all of that to boss up on anybody who has hurt you. Like,
exactly.
we channel our energy in such the wrong ways. It's all this, oh, I'm gonna give you the energy that you giving me. I literally just watched a video the other day that was like, that's the most dumbest thing that this generation can say, including myself. I have done it. Why would I spend time to show you I don't like you when I could still continue to be the great person I am and remove you from my life? It's that simple. I stay happy, I stay stress free, and I don't have no negative vibes. You just get removed. That's the way our generation needs to start thinking. Like, it's just revenge and being vengeful for what? Karma is going to do his job. God will do his job. That's another thing, another topic I would like to hit on. I will never be ashamed to say that I love God.
Never.
I would never be ashamed to say that I found him in my lowest moments, and I felt like I didn't have him for the longest. Like, heartbreak will really make you, like, in tune with who you are and want a better relationship with God. So I just feel like if you don't have God in your life, like, you can't succeed. You can't. Like, everything that you touch is going to fail. People are going to try and attack you, and if you do not have God and some type of higher being that you look to, you're never going to be happy. Like, you're always going to be worried about what people are saying about you, what they're doing. Like, you got to have God in your life. Like, it's really just that simple. Like, it's the best feeling.
Really
y'all,
is.
she going to church with me tomorrow. You know we about to be lit.
I'm telling
we
y'all.
shouting at church tomorrow. Y'all don't understand, because 2018, I try to tell people all the time without telling them the full-fledged long story, but 2018 was like the year that really broke my spirit. It broke me as an individual. It broke me as a female. Like, I learned so much about myself as to what I could stand on. I'm a stronger woman now. Like, guys really can't talk to me, touch me, get involved with me unless I allow you to, because God purposed me to be here. Like,
right.
And I have such, like, y'all don't understand, like, my purpose here is so much bigger than just me. So it's like, I can't just, oh, hey, yeah, let's be friends. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Like, you can't get in my bubble with me, because I don't know what vibes you're going to bring to me. Like, so, you got to involve yourself with good people, which is why I got your Leah. But, like, I'm gonna let her discuss her relationship with God, because y'all, God,
let me tell you, he's been so good to me. I'm telling you, I was born and raised in church, but, like, a lot of times they're like, church people, they don't go through. Yes, we do. And especially my dad's a pastor, so we're looked on a little differently, and it's like we can't live. But let me tell you, I have, like, 2018 really, like, changed me, because I went through so much stuff I didn't even think I'd ever get into. And looking back on it, God kept me here. He's steady blessing me, touching me. I'm about to put a praise on it. Let's say it. I'll never be ashamed to tell anybody, yes, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe he died on the cross for our sins. I believe he's going to come back and we're all going to get resurrected and go to heaven.
P.S. Not everyone. No, she did. Not the disclaimer.
Sorry.
But P.S. Hold on, dang. I was about to comment on what you just said. What did you just last say before that part?
We're all going to get resurrected up. Or,
oh, that's what I was about to... Oh, she said that he's going to come back. P.S. What I feel is that God is showing us signs every day that the world is coming to an end.
It is. It really... Have y'all noticed these movies?
I'm a little upset, though, because I ain't even got to fully live out my life
haven't.
Yet. Like, God, give me, 20 more years, please.
25 years, 30 years, Have y'all, if you notice, all these mass disasters and these forest fires and all these types of things, and then the movies that continue to keep coming out that are signs that it's coming to an end.
Bird Box, Us, Get Out. Get Out was good.
Yeah, no, that was good. But he's
coming.
Us signs.
He's coming back.
And best believe I'm going to be ready. I still need to get some things straight.
I'm going
I'm coming up there. I put it on loud, Lord. I'm coming up there because I do not know. I'm sorry. I ain't going to hell for nobody. I am coming up there. Do you hear me? I'm coming up there.
I guess we're going to be coming up there. We're going to get our life together after my birthday month.
Yeah, after.
Because God might not send me up there. Okay. But, yeah. And that's another thing. Let's talk about that. About my poem that I'm doing on New Year's Eve, y'all. It's so good. Y'all, she heard it today, but I'm not going to put it up here. Y'all will hear it on Monday. I'm going to have somebody on my live to record it or whatever. But a specific part in my poem, I discussed how you should have a relationship with God and know that you can still live and have fun.
Yes.
When you're in high school, I feel like you have to be confident in who you are. You have to have a relationship with God and also know that you can still live life and have fun. Like, life will be boring if you never did anything, if you just stayed in the house, you stayed cooped up. Because then once you get to college, it's a whole new mindset, a whole new mentality. That's when people go buck wild because it's like, oh, I've never done anything. No, live your life. Please live your life. But by all means, try to do the right thing. Just try to do the right thing by people. Don't just be out here having sex with anybody. Like, I try to tell people in high school all the time, soul ties are a real thing. Y'all be wondering why y'all walking around mad and bitter out the clear blue sky because the person you slept with had some demonic soul ties connected to them.
True.
And now it's connected to your spirit. So, yeah, you're going to wake up angry because you had sex with the damn demon. Like...
And that's another thing, having a God you can go to when you forgiving, loving, just for God, when you're in this time. I'm telling you, just him, all the things, I'm not the perfect person, I'm telling you, I'm terrible, but having that connection with a God so powerful, he's forgiving, and he's just loving, and he's still there and showing me every day that I am important, I'm destined to be here, and I'm destined to do great things, and be amazing, and, help others, and draw others in, and, I don't know for anyone that's not Christian, or, but I'm it's just this feeling, this great feeling to have something to stand on that's, reflecting off of you as well. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You don't have to be a Christian. That's my other disclaimer because, I don't identify myself with anything. I go to church, but my stepdad is a Muslim, so I done been to the,
mosque?
Yeah, I done been to the mosque. I know how to recite surahs. I know how to pray. I know how to...
You went to a mosque? For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. So, it's not... I would say...
It's different.
Learn and look into religions. You have to... You can't just say, oh, I was born like this, and so this is what I grew up around. Actually learn different religions. Learn different things. Everything else, other religions that I have looked into, I'm not really... a fan of because a Buddha, I'm not gonna ever praise something that is man-made.
And people can say all the time that the Bible was man-made. It is not. It's not.
Okay.
So I'm not getting too deep into it, but it's not.
And then Hinduism and all that type of stuff. It's like, ain't it the elephant man with like 8 horns or something?
Yeah,
Well,
that's demonic to me.
Oh
That's actually kind of demonic to me. There are demons in the Bible that they talk about with figures and. Sorry, but that's how to get out. But okay. It's true. But you know.
But yeah. So the ones that make the most sense to me is Islam and Christianity. So I don't identify myself. I go to church. I love church. You know, praise and worship. I love it. But just find what you really connect with and what's connected to you. Just have that higher power that you can have and go to is what I would say. So yeah, that's the only thing I was gonna say about that.
The end of 2018, getting right with God has really opened great doors for me going into 2019.
Because this book about to drop.
More positive and more. You know, you're happier when I hit rock bottom. And then, I hit rock bottom and I got back up. Through the grace of God, I got back up. And I'm just like so much happier, so much better. I'm doing better at school. I'm doing better at work, at home, at church, all these types of things. And it's, like so much.
So, yeah. But,
what should we play?
Ooh, another one. Another one. Another one. All right. And the last topic we will be discussing is stress and time management combined. So, time management plays into stress. Mm-hmm. If you have great time management and you sit down and do things before they're due and when you're supposed to, you will not have anything to stress about.
Nothing.
Is that simple sentence. Do things ahead of time. You won't have anything to stress about. Ever. Literally. When it comes to school-wise, relationships and friendships.
Time management.
If you tell your friends, hey, I got homework to do. I can talk to you after this. We can do this after this.
We can do this on the weekend.
Time management. You won't be stressed. You let your friend know. It takes communication. Communication, time management, and stress are hand in hand. Communicate. Your time management, you won't have anything to stress about. It's literally that simple. Literally. I'm very horrible at time management. I'll wait till the last minute. I do some stuff ahead of time. Other stuff I do the day before. I can do that and pull off a grade. Mm-hmm. Some people can't do that. So, know who you are, feel comfortable in the work. If it's a class that's easy to you, that comes to you naturally, then yes, sometimes things slip your mind, we're all human. Cool. Do it that night before. Get your good grade. Everybody can't do that. So to keep it on a positive side and not to set anybody apart or to make anybody feel special, everybody do things before they're even due or need to be done.
Do not wait till last.
And it will be so easy. Your grade will be so easy. Sleeping at night. Y'all wonder why a whole bunch of y'all walk around with bags under your eyes, the whole nine. You're always stressed. You're always upset. You're not getting your full 8 hours of sleep. That is very imperative to your working day, your schedule. She don't get enough sleep. I don't get enough sleep. Your phone.
Turn it off.
Your phone down. If you have iPhone, my friend has literally taught me that there is a do not disturb button and you can schedule when it comes on and when it cuts off. Mine cuts on at 10 p.m. and cuts back on at 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't see what gets texted to me, called for me. If you're not my mom, if I'm at home with my family and my mom is in the house with me, we don't need to be talking. Because people need to get that me time to yourself to know that you need time to sleep. You need time to rejuvenate. You need time to go over your day and relax and just get prepared for your next day. Sleep is, I'm getting all my sleep back in 2019. No. Don't call me. One, it ain't gonna come through because it's gonna be on do not disturb. But if it does come through and you calling me at all types of night, I'm gonna cuss you slap out. Like, give me my sleep. Give me my sleep. Like, get your sleep back. Get your peace back. When you sleep good, you wake up, you feel so great. You feel ready to take on what the day has for you. Fitness. Work out. Be
Exercise,
healthy.
lose weight. Calories, all of it.
High school is when people are small and da-da-da-da. You get to college, they be like that freshman 15. Boy, it is real. I ain't gained 15 pounds, but it is real.
It
Like,
happens.
go to the gym. Had that time to relieve stress. Going to the gym and working out is a way I relieve stress. I go 10 times harder. Like, go to the gym. Eat a salad instead of that spaghetti and bread roll.
I wasn't.
Eat healthy. Be healthy. Like,
It's gonna be hard. Trust
that's
me.
all we telling you. So we hope that you took so much from this conversation. Yeah. Oh my God. We hope that you took so much from this today. And I'll be posting this on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to Talicia Smith on YouTube. And comment. Like it up. And we love you guys. Boo. Boo, y'all.